Right, Natalie, see what your targets are for this week.
Natalie Bays and her family have joined a child weight loss course run by Mend in Oldham.
Read the labels on 10 foods from your cupboard and decide which are Mend unfriendly foods.
Mend is one of the most successful programmes to help overweight children in the country. It aims to teach the whole family how to see food differently and get more active.
Bolognese sauce. Should we see what that says? 100 grams. Sugar's 5.6, so that's just over. Beans should be all right, shouldn't they? We're looking to see what do we buy that's great for us, good for us, that's fine, and how many things do we buy that aren't so good for us. See what cereals we've got.
Porridge. Cornflakes.
We used to have a lot of, I'll show you these. We thought, obviously, Quaker oats are going to be healthy for you, not realising that how bad the golden syrup that's in them, despite you thinking that you're having a healthy oat breakfast because of what else is in it, they're actually not very good for you at all. We've gone back to cornflakes, which still aren't perfect, but there's very little fat and only 8 grams of sugar. Before, we just used to eat what we like. When you actually start reading the labels of the things that you've always had, and you know that aren't necessarily good for you, you don't realise sometimes that 50% of what's in it is sugar, or 30 or 40% of what's in it is fat.
Fat is a gram.
Yeah.
Sugar, 23.7.
Because Natalie doesn't have such a varied diet, where she doesn't like a lot of things, I thought being in Mend with other children, she would think, well, they're trying it, I'll try it. And that was my main reason at first to get her to go. I think the root cause of obesity, maybe in this country, is through a lack of education, purely for children and adults as well. There's not enough out there, or people out there, telling us what is good and what is bad.
We have to look at the ingredients then and maybe look for any hidden sugars or added sugars. So in mine, it's not just porridge oats in here, it's the oats, skimmed milk powder and sugar.
I'm just trying to look at it on high in fibre.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anywhere about high in sugar.
Yeah.
You can't encourage your kids to change their lifestyle and their eating habits if you're not prepared to do it as well. And it can't do you any harm. So we're all doing it.
He's in year 6, so they did their waist and weight and everything, and he was a bit overweight, so the older one. We used to have takeaway every week. It was chicken and chips and burgers and stuff like that, and fizzy drink with that as well.
So has anybody tried anything new, a men-friendly food?
Do you know those things with the red shell around it, and inside it's like a gooey thing? Yeah, I think it's that.
I know my sister's chubby, you see, and she used to be bullied in school a lot because of her weight, and I don't want my daughter going through that, bullied because of her weight. So, and I was her weight when I got married, and so I keep saying that to her, your weight now, that's how much I was when I got married, which is not good for you. You know, you're single yet and you're too young, and when you're my age, you won't be able to do stuff that I can do. And when you're married and you've got kids, you won't be able to be active with them.
I think that's about right.
No, I reckon that must have at least one in.
Not in water. Don't think it'll have any in it now. It's a lifestyle change. It's not just a diet. It's difficult, but it's that first couple of weeks. Once you start getting used to it, you do it. It gives you positive thoughts, doesn't it? And you feel a bit of a sense of achievement. And the idea is for it to change for good, for the good of all of us.
I mean, I had like postnatal depression when I had the third one, so it took me a good 16 months just to get out of the house. It was really bad. It was really bad. So I was more or less housebound. So for me, this is an initiative to come out. So it's a bit of a time out for me in a way. It's gonna sound bizarre, but that's what it is.
My son is definitely very dedicated to this program, and we as parents really dedicated. I want my children to be healthy. I didn't realize how bad he feels about himself. They had to say something, how they feel about themselves. And I was shocked when I heard, when I've seen what he was circling like, that he would want to be somebody else and to be much slimmer and better looking. And so I realized that it's time to do something about it, that it was right time really to come.
And you would do anything basically for your children. And this is a step in the right direction, basically, preventing them from all the long-term diseases or anything they can get. Because this is the time, whatever you put into them, it's going to stay with them.
By the end of the 10 weeks, that hopefully some of us or all of us will have lost a bit of weight. If we feel healthier, we're getting more exercise, we're eating the right things, that gives us an incentive to say, this is working, this is the right thing to do, and let's carry on.
She's got a long way to go, and I want her to be healthy, and I'm really proud of her because she's done really well. I'm really pleased.